Hey guys, I'm Shawn Cheek of WebPianoTeacher.com. How are you doing today? We're doing Willin by Little Feat. Great album. The cover is just burned in my memory. Okay, so we're going to get to it here. The problem with this, or the challenge, is that this is a guitar song, guitar driven. And we'll raise my mic a little bit here. There we go. And we need to be able to translate it to piano. And a lot of people just don't play it because they think it won't work on piano, but it really does. Here we go. And then so it does work. You just have to know a few things to be able to do that. Acoustic piano, you can replicate strumming on the piano just by left and right hand. It's a rhythm thing, and I'm going to show you what to do there. If you've played guitar, it'll help you because you have, down strums and up strums, and that'll kind of, you'll already have that feel of what that needs to sound like when you play it. But it's between right and left hand instead of just being in the right hand like on guitar. Okay, so that's the adjustment you need to make. So let's take a look here. The only thing that doesn't work sometimes is a wailing electric guitar solo with a lot of bends. That's sometimes hard, but it can be done. Okay, so we start with the intro with the guitar, as it says up there. It's kind of covered. There we go. All right, so if you are a member of the website, you can play the whole thing, not just the part one that we're doing here, the first page. You can also download my sheets as well as thousands and thousands of other lessons I've done over the past 20 years. You can try it out for $1, 7 days, no obligation, cancel anytime. Here we go. So you definitely hear that bass, right? Bum, 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 bum. So that needs to definitely be in your transcription when you're transcribing guitar and piano. And I just take one measure at a time. First we have a G chord. G on the left, D, G, B on the right, 1, 3, 5. There's our chord. Now we've got to make a rhythm out of it. So bum, bum, ba, ba, ba. So the guitar isn't playing these exact combination of notes. It's a G chord on the guitar, of course, but we have to dum bum ba ga ba gum bum ba ga ba gum. All right. And we do that by going back and forth between the right and left hand, which a lot of you have trouble with that anyway, but this will help that actually. And it's a pretty simple song to play. So once you get the technique. Okay, so I'm going to go left, right, right, left, right. Now the thing is, you can't make everything loud. That doesn't sound right. So some of the notes you play need to be softer than others. Okay? So the right hand needs to be maybe softer on those when you're doing the strumming pattern. That really gives that strumming feel, okay? So it's the balance between hands. Whenever you have something that would be an upstroke, that's going to be softer than a downstroke with your pick hand on guitar. Okay, there's our first measure. Nothing wrong with playing everything strong just to get it under your fingers and then lighten it up. So definitely the left hand notes need to be strong every time. F sharp, D, G, A on the right. Okay. Neat chord there. Suspension. Then you play the D, G, A again. Then you have a low D. Okay, so pedal. Okay, and you're going to need to pedal it because those strings are ringing on the guitar. And those bass notes are usually played by the, well, sometimes if you're finger picking, they're played by the thumb. They're going to come out strong anyway. It's kind of like a little counter melody underneath. Okay, so try the first two measures again. Okay, and then we go to an E minor chord. So we had G, then a D chord, the D suspended, and then E minor. So E on the left, B, E, G on the right, 1, 3, 5. make sure you pedal those bass notes. It's not enough just to pedal each measure. That's a good way to start, but those bass notes will blur if you don't pedal each one. Okay, so you can maybe play the first one in the right hand stronger than the ones at the end softer. Okay, so we're going to emulate the articulation here. C. Yeah, you notice the D, right? E, D, C. Pedal, pedal, pedal. So C on the left, C again, and then C, G, C. That's an open fifth, okay? A chord by nature is going to have 3 notes in it, you know, C, E, G, D, F, A, E, G, B, F, A, C, G, B, D, A, C, E, B, D, F, and then you're back to C. There's only 7, right? 7 letters in music, and each one of those 7 can have a chord on it, you know, an alphabet system with it. And there's only 7. You just put the various flats and sharps in there to account for all the different major and minor chords, augmented, diminished. There's only 7, okay, when you name them. Sometimes we'll leave a note out, that middle note, and it'll give us an open fifth sound. So you hear that. If you put the E in there, it sounds fuller, changes the feel of it. That open fifth sound sounds really cool a lot of times, especially in rock music, blues music. So that's the reason for having that sometimes. So C, G, C, and that's a staccato. See that little dot there? So you're going to make that one shorter, have some space. And then we're back. So work on that first phrase, those first 4 measures. And then we're getting a little fuller here. There's the G. So we're going back to the G chord, but done a different way. G, D, G. Now, I just talked about what that was called there. We just did it there. Now we're going to do it on a G chord. So that's an octave and a fifth. When guitar players play that low, they'll call it a power chord, if you know guitar. Just that open fifth sound. That sounds different than this when you put the B in. Okay, so G, D, G. So same deal. Maybe that one's strong, then the other 2 softer. Okay, now you try the whole line of music, because you have to have a system when you practice. Sorry. Just made a mistake. I just fix it, keep going. Doesn't ruin my life or my day. I don't go, oh, I can't ever play anything because I made a mistake. We're all going to make mistakes. That's how we get better. Okay, so now we move on to the second score or second line of music here. We just did, that's the start of a phrase, so I may, you know, play that measure first. We just did it. And then we go. Now, I'm going to change one note here, just doing this. I made this one a D. I'm sorry. Right here, because I thought it might be too complicated. But I'm going to play an F sharp there instead, because I like that better. So sometimes I'll alter things a little bit if I think people are going to have a lot of trouble playing it technically. So if that D suits you well, it sounds just fine. Leave it as a D. But if you can do an F sharp, I think it sounds even better. Then the singing starts there, as I say, on the verse. All right, so let's look at this measure. That sounds really cool, but it's a little more complicated. G, E on the left hand, and then, like I said, I'm going to do an F sharp there. And then G, D, E, D, na, 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 na. If you do a D, it still sounds just fine, but I like F sharp. So E, F sharp, G, D, E, D. Now, is the guitar playing exactly this? No, but it's how I write it for it to sound like the guitar. Okay. Right hand G, C, G. That's an octave and a fourth, actually. G, C is a fourth, and a G. And a D, there's the fifth. And C, B, C, D, B. Here's that little melody in there. Okay, so I'll go really slow. Left, right, together, left, together, together. And you'll be going slow. I'm kind of, just moving along here. Yes, you're going to have to play your repetitions slower. That's normal. That's expected. Watch the pedal there. You'll have to change it several times in there. Change, change, change. Okay. Real slow. Now. Okay. All right, so up there it's... So G and then G, B, G, 1, 2, 5. Again, G. 1, 2, 4. And then G again. G, B, G, G. Another way to emulate the up and down strumming of the pick hand. Okay, so right there, 1, 2, 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Then we start the verse. The guitar player is going to play a little differently because they're singing, and great musicians will alter the way they're doing rhythms and stuff to not cover up the vocal line. But the intro, it's all guitar, so they can do whatever they want. Okay, so that measure up there again. Then softer here for that vocal line. All right, so let's assume you've done all your reps and you've repeating one measure over and over and over, two measures over and over, 3, 4, and so on. And then maybe the next day you're here. Okay, you're not going to do it all in 5 minutes. So G, D, and then D, G, B, 1, and da, da, da. So that's our strumming. So strumming is kind of delicate. Don't do this. Then it doesn't work. It's how you play, not just what you play. So again, that bass note's important. G, G, F sharp. Now on the next one, we have our D chord, F sharp, D, and then D, G, A, our suspension. Okay, it's a D chord's D, F sharp, A. If you suspend, that 4-3 suspension, G suspends. That's where we get those notes. Even though F sharp's not on the bottom, doesn't have to be. Verse again. Right. Let's look at the third line of music. Let's see. So fun to play, and it works well on piano. All right, E, B, B, E, G, E, D, E, G. Okay, so just play that slowly, right buttons in the right order, and then let's try to put rhythm with it. Bum, 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 bum. Again, that main thing is that left-hand melody, and I am calling it a melody. Then he does this one different. C chord, the open fifth, the power chord thing. G, C, bump. Then you cut off there. So. So here's our strumming. So what am I going to play louder here? I'm going to play those two chords louder. Those are the loudest. That might be that G and then those two. Because if you go, doesn't sound like it, but if I go, we get that guitar feel. And then okay, now I see. All right. this measure is just like the other one we did. And I'm, again, using an F sharp there instead of a D. And then 1. So on this one, the key is to hold the G long enough. 1, you hold that because of the dash. Then right on a G, D, B, D, G, D, G, D. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try the whole line. So that measure's getting me, not because of the notes or the chord, but because of the rhythm. Just got to get familiar with it because it's different than the other ones. Okay, because I'm still trying to be as exact as I can on what the guitar's doing. Let's try it again. I keep playing, I got to hold that G, so maybe I would circle that back here. So see, as soon as I remembered to hold that G, it was just fine. Now, we try the whole thing. Because eventually, all your good repetitions of small sections, you can make the whole page a rep, okay? Verse. Too far. There we go. There's our part 1. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We finish it on the website. Do the whole song. See you there, webpianoteacher.com.